Good morning, YouTube. Derek here, Hardball Crazy, come back to you with this different type of video. As you see in front of you, it's not your typical background as you see. It is my latest purchase. It's a bit of a white whale I captured. Um, I've been a MSU alumni collector, my alma mater, since the early 90s. So I have just about every every player who's got a card in the four major sports who's played in any of the four major leagues has a card. I usually have something of that player. Down to a few handful of players I do not have. One for the longest time was Mr. Larry Bethea. He was a middle linebacker, defensive tackle lineman for Michigan State in the mid 70s. He was a first round pick, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, I believe. Cowboys first round pick. It was a backup defensive lineman behind Randy Whites and Harvey Martin. Remember those names if you're old enough to remember that. Played in the USFL, the Michigan Panthers, and got in a little bit of a trouble in the law and ended up dying in the mid 80s or so. But this is the only issue he has of anything of some sort. So this is the one I've been looking for this card forever. I was on eBay and I do a safe search and this popped up and I put a bid on it. Nobody else bid on it, so I got this back in the mail yesterday. A white whale. So I thought I'd share this. Very proud of. While I'm doing that, I'm going to share since it's football season and everything, share what my binders look like. And I have 12 full binders of Michigan State cards, 1 baseball, 3 basketball, 4 football, and 3 hockey. I think it adds up to 12. So kind of show you what it looks like. Excuse me, Mr. Bethea. This is binder number 2 for football. I have them in alphabetical order by player. So this is what it looks like. Start with Shalik Calhoun. One of my latest favorites of Michigan State. I think that was with the Patriots. And here he goes on what it looks like. I'm going to tilt them, excuse me, I'll move the camera this way. I think it looks better this way. Possibly. My oldest cards here is a 51 Topps Magic. I think I'm going to tilt it again here. A few players in alphabetical order, as you see from like your media guide, all the alumni has been there. So I got Lynn Shadnoy, starred in the 50s. Topps autograph hand side, and his cards from the 50s. All-American from the 50s, played several years with the Steelers. DeAndre Cobb, every time I get who's got an autograph, I have pretty much an insert card of. And if everybody asks me what's my most valuable Spartan of all, anything, talk about monetary, it's probably maybe a Bubba Smith or a Magic Johnson. I have a Kevin Willis high-end insert. But sentimental reasons is this guy right here. This guy right here, Milt Coleman. He played as a star wide receiver in the early 90s. Came in as MSU as a quarterback. Unfortunately hurt his knee in his senior year on a punt return. Played a little bit in the Bears practice squad. He played in the CFL. Why is this most valuable to me? Because he was a childhood friend of mine, classmate, Little League Baseball teammate of mine before he moved away into a bigger city. And the bigger football program in high school, he broke state records in passing and won a state championship, thus getting recruited by Michigan State. Jack Conklin, from walk-on to NFL starter. Connor Cook, Big Ten championship quarterback. Kirk Cousins, one of my favorite players. Now the Vikings. E.J. Cunningham, he didn't do much in the NFL, he's in the CFL now. So you can see the variety of players. I got some 90 MSU set. I think it's pretty much started my collection. That came out about the same time I started my MSU collection. Dan Curry, All-American, Packer star from the 50s, early 60s. Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Lamalier. Darquez Denard, No Fly Zone. Two-star cornerback from Georgia to two-star recruit to first-round pick to All-American first-round pick and NFL player. A couple stars, guys from the 50s. CFL players. CFL and NFL, AFL. TJ Duckett. It's my latest purchase. I got this at a card show the other day. Bowman rookie card number 250. I try to get as much as my collection. I don't do a whole lot of parallel high-end searches. I just kind of make sure I get a card from each team he played for. See, there's all Duckett's he played for different teams there: Falcons, Lions, Redskins, Seahawks. Billy Joe Dupree, All-American, former Cowboy All-Pro, 70s and early 80s. Another former Cowboy, Dixon Edwards. A couple of older players there. Nick Foles, he started out at MSU. He transferred to Arizona. Basically, Kirk Cousins beat him out, so he transferred away. He did play MSU, so I have him in my collection. Wayne Fontes, former Lions coach. Benny Fowler, goal post card. He's the last player to catch a pass from Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl. Former first-round pick Rob Fredrickson. Sorry for the had a hole in this here. Yes, that's Steve Garvey, the baseball player, briefly with like 1 year for Duffy Daugherty at MSU. Yep, I have Antino Gates in my collection. He started out at MSU, didn't really play. He was promised to be a two-sport star. By the time he was redshirted, by the time he had the basketball season, Nick Saban, MSU coach at the time, said, "Nah, I don't think he wants you to play basketball now," and he transferred out. Kind of bounced around from college to college. Ended up being at Kent State as a basketball player. Was coached by Stan Heath, a former one-time MSU assistant while Gates was there. Then he was led Kent State to the down the final in the March Madness and a little run there. The next thing you know, he's a Hall of Fame tight end. There's my Kirk Gibson football collection. Yes, he's a football player. Not only a good football player, he's an All-American. Not only was an All-American football player, he was inducted in the College Football Hall of Fame like last year. He may still be considered maybe the greatest wide receiver in some people's eyes in MSU history. He was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals. Right there, my smallest one, 1950 Topps Feltback Gene Glick. So it's less than the size of a postage stamp. I have many autographs in here. I don't know how many autographs I have in my collection, but I have so many autographs I don't know. Some are autograph inserts, some are in person, some are through TTM. He's a TTMer. Right there. Courtney Hawkins was a star wide receiver when I was at State. He's got autograph inserts there. I love the old Buccaneers unis more than nowadays. They stand out so much more. Right there's an autograph insert. So you got them by alphabetical order, so much as I can, chronological order. Have some parallels, some I don't. I have a total of 12 binders, probably about 7,300, 7,400 different Spartan cards. Herb Haygood, if you remember, he scored a game-winning touchdown against Notre Dame in the final seconds. All-Pro Dave Herman of the Jets. Brian Hoyer is now a Colts quarterback. He's been a backup for the Patriots. I think he's now got a Super Bowl ring because he was a backup of the Patriots last year. And in this binder with Mike Iaquinello. So that's what it looks like. One binder. I have 4 binders of MSU cards. This kind of gives you an idea what my MSU collection looks like. I'm going to try to add a picture here at the end of what all the binders I have. And each binder is labeled, such as this. This is from James Burrows to Mike Iaquinello, so I can do a search, find which binder my guys are looking for when I get a card. I just throw them in with the rest of them. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.